Patrick McEnroe. And I said, I've never seen two guys play at this type of speed and tempo. And this is coming off of Federer, Nadal, and still Djokovic, who's still out there. But these guys were kind of raising the bar, so they play with amazing power. They play from defensive positions. They play more offense. And Alcaraz is like a showman. First of all, interestingly, Alcaraz said after he won the tournament in his press conference, he said he spent 15 days after Wimbledon when Sinner beat him. But then he divulged that he had spent 15 days just training to beat Sinner.
What we witnessed in the 2025 US Open final is both an incredible performance of Carlos Alcaraz and a poor performance of Jannik Sinner. I think he was not even close to his level, and one figure just speaks by itself. It's the percentage of first serve, the percentage of points after his first serve, his second serve. His baseline game when he's in control is much better than 99% of the players. Exception, only one, Carlos Alcaraz. But if he doesn't serve a percentage of first serve that is usual, he's always on a second serve, so he's always in danger. And he was always in danger whenever he was serving. And on the other hand, you had a Carlos Alcaraz who served a much higher percentage of first serve with more quality. So if you look at the whole match, Jannik Sinner had one opportunity to break Alcaraz the whole match, because of the quality of the serve of Alcaraz. On the other hand, I mean, most of the games when Sinner was serving were at 30-all. Most of the games. Alcaraz had 11 break points throughout the whole match and broke him many times. So I think first the performance on the serve is a key element in that final. Most of the time, and he could read the game, and he was there before. A lot of times in the match, Jannik had a shot that he should have hit a winner, but Carlos anticipated, and he could bring the ball back or hit or counterpunch him. And that also pushed Jannik to make unforced errors on shots that usually he was not. Because, you know, at that level, when you prepare the shot and you're ready to play on that spot, and you see in the background your opponent moving there already, it affects the quality of your shot. You've seen those mistakes that are unusual. So, yeah, I mean, I think he was not on a good day, Jannik, and it affected his percentage of serve and a lot of other things, but I think also Carlos was reading him so well in that match.
I was Sinner, and then after FAA, I hate switching midterm, but after FAA, I had real concerns about his first serve percentage. I didn't see that. I didn't see one-way traffic. You know, Jannik, the last game, I mean, Carlos, the game that he played to finish this match off, Jannik was hitting the ball harder than maybe anyone I've ever seen. He was roping the ball. And Carlos just stayed there and then got back to deuce and hit, you know, monster serve on match point. Like, these things are hard. They make it look easy. They're so hard.
Alcaraz just did exactly what he's been doing the entire tournament. He's come out incredibly well. He's playing well. He's serving well. His movement's insane. Just like the pace on his shot seems to be bigger, like towards the second half of the year. Like, it's just bigger. Like, he's going less spinny, you know, which is bad news for the rest of the tour if he's hitting it harder and still being that precise. But I mean, he held, I looked it up, he got broken 3 times in 22 sets at the Open. That's a good recipe to win an event. So if his serve is like that, his ground strokes like that, his movements like that, one of the most impressive slam runs, you know, top 10 probably all time, top 5 maybe.
But yeah, for Alcaraz, find that sharp angle cross court and make Sinner run into his forehand corner. And Sinner tends to step over with his left foot and hit big on his running forehand. You have to be ready for that pace. And Sinner's got a great running forehand by any metric. You've also got to cover the line. But when you're kind of ready for what Jannik is going to do, and you're covering the line, and you're getting ready for the pace, you do end up with a lot of open court. The way Sinner approaches the footwork, he doesn't recover as fast, and his ball has more pace, which is less time for him to get into the middle. So that's one of the reasons why Carlos has a lot of joy running Sinner into his forehand corner, because then he can change direction open court, or better yet, backhand cross court into open court, and maybe even come in behind it. Alcaraz, on the other hand, tends to play more traditional open stance forehands, and he recovers a lot better. He gets into the middle quicker, and when he's on, he doesn't miss as much.
Now, most importantly for both guys, to be able to access their top level, they need to serve well. Now, when both of them play other players, there's such a discrepancy in level that even when they're serving poorly, they still have a very good chance to win the match. But when they play against each other, the most important stat for me is the first serve percentage. And I thought that Jannik Sinner didn't have a great first serve percentage in the Roland Garros final, and then of course in the Wimbledon final that he won. But when I saw Jannik in Cincinnati, I started worrying a little bit about his serve. At the tournament in Cincinnati, he was struggling with his first serve percentage. Now, Carlos Alcaraz, on the other hand, in Cincinnati, was serving well. Now, interestingly, in the Wimbledon final, Carlos did not have a good serving day. His first serve percentage was low, and he was giving Jannik a lot of opportunities to attack his second serve. So the fact that Jannik was struggling with his first serve percentage and the fact that Carlos was serving well was the primary reason why I picked Carlos Alcaraz to win the US Open.